Hey everyone, Luke Dog here, and welcome to Assassin's Creed Rogue, the final Assassin's Creed game released on last-gen consoles, and the game where I got my very first Platinum trophy. So, taking place during the 7 Years' War, so after 4 but before 3, this game attempts to answer the very simple question: why would an assassin join the Templars? So,
I reach the end of the trail. The air is still, and I am a hunter. The hunt has led me to the forgotten edges of this world. Seasons pass, drawing me deeper into the darkness, where I have found the truth. That my redemption is found in ashes. That I must burn away the past to set things right. Once an assassin, now their pursuer. I must destroy those who I once called brother. The air is still, and I am a hunter.
personally, I kind of prefer the original dialogue for when it was first revealed, because he said something along the lines of, "History may label me as rogue, traitor, but it doesn't matter. What matters is that I lived by my own creed." And man, I just love this music. Such a callback to the past games. There's of course Ezio's family. And then it kind of goes into a more colonial / seafaring kind of music later on. Then even at the end you can hear a kind of little hint at Connor's theme. At least the staccato bit. So, anyway, originally released alongside Assassin's Creed Unity in November of 2014, and available on the PlayStation 3, Xbox 360, and PC, the cast includes Stephen Pyrovesen as Shay Cormac, Graham Cuthbertson as George Monroe, Richard Dumont as Christopher Gist, and Julian Casey as Liam O'Brien. I just like this music. And let's start.
Stay my blade from the flesh of the innocent. Hide in plain sight. never compromise the Assassin Brotherhood. These are the tenets of the Creed, the principles I used to live by. I was a young man then. The 7 Years' War was about to begin. I could not have imagined what the future had in store for me, nor the cost I would choose to bear. My name is Shay Patrick Cormac. This is my story.
Welcome back to America.
Well, we won't lack for firewood at least.
Admit it, I nearly had you.
Nearly counts for nothing, Shay. And besides, no. That was just luck.
I make my own luck, Liam.
You've been saying that for years, but you're precious little to show for it. Or have you been spending it all getting out of trouble?
Well, you know, trouble just follows me around.
Let's head back.
Okay, first up, let me check the sound. Let's leave at that and see.
Come on. Captain de Andre and his crew must have run into some trouble. Who knew meeting?
Liam O'Brien, born in 1726. Liam O'Brien was born in Plymouth, Massachusetts, to Irish immigrants. After years of struggling to survive on a farm, the family moved to New York, where his father began to work for a rich merchant, loading ships bound for England. Liam eventually joined him, and it was there he first met a young boy named Shay Cormac, who was visiting his father in the Merchant Marine. The two boys became friends, and Liam looked after the younger boy, who lived in a rough neighborhood, and was showing a talent for getting into trouble. As Liam continued to work, he was shocked to learn that despite all the profits made by their employer, the employees remained underpaid and mistreated. Tensions rose between the two sides. In 1736, Liam recruited a few of his young co-workers to begin robbing their employer. However, he was caught and was forced to kill a man in self-defense. In order to protect his son, his father took the blame for the murder and was executed by the authorities. Lost, Liam drifted from one job to the next, distancing himself from everyone he knew, including his young friend Shay. He kept on robbing New York's richer citizens so he could send money to his mother, whom he was too ashamed to face. In 1738, he met Achilles, who began to give him small tasks to perform, such as delivering messages to a Wolfstar-Quick man named Kisekawase in the frontier. I apologize for butchering that. Achilles' influence grew on him. He began to look up to the man who finally managed to teach him about right and wrong, and eventually the assassins and their creed. In 1743, Liam became Achilles' first mentee, and quickly learned from him. Liam helped Achilles recruit the remainder of his colonial brotherhood, Chevalier de la Vérendrye, Kisekawase, and Hope. In 1748, Liam found his childhood friend Shay Cormac, whose life was shattered after his father died at sea. Liam helped him get back on his feet, and the two became inseparable. Later that year, Liam introduced Shay to Achilles, and it wasn't long before his young friend joined the assassins. Liam was tasked with keeping an eye on the latest recruit.
Smugglers would lead to no good.
There's a chest right over here. I'm gonna get it. Yoink. chest right over here. I'm gonna get it.
Am I going too fast for you?
I'm just keeping an eye on you, in case you fall down and hurt yourself.
Viewpoint. Synchronize with the viewpoint.
A good catch!
We got a map. Find graves using maps. Obtain artifacts from graves using it. That was a Templar map.
Very crooked looking tree.
There it is. We got a Templar artifact. Once you collect all of them, you'll receive a reward. And over here...
Now that's booty.
a piece of a Viking sword. Collect all of them to discover the location of a lost Viking treasure.
Hurry. We best not keep Chevalier waiting.
Où sont ces crétins? Space them. Where the hell were you two?
We're out hunting. What happened here?
My men were attacked by some English sea dogs.
Why, Captain Joseph. Couldn't you fight them all off by yourself like you're always saying?
It is Capitaine Louis-Joseph Gauthier, Chevalier de la Vérendrye. And you are dreaming if you think any training could make you into a proper assassin. Do you even know what that means? It means being responsible for an ancient and proud tradition. It means obeying your mentor without question. How else will we ensure freedom for the human race?
Them's pretty words, Chevalier. But I don't feel too free at the moment.
Well then, feel educated! You irresponsible wretch.
Okay, fisticuffs.
You irresponsible wretch. Viens, viens.
Gentlemen, stop! We got a common enemy, and I reckon he's close.
The Royal Navy attack my vessel and force my men to flee. We are stranded, and what is worse, the smugglers we were supposed to meet have been taken prisoner.
Shay and I'll free those smugglers. You, treat your wounded. Take these. You'll need them.
Sword and a dagger.
Tread with care, Shay. The Royal Navy be ready for us. Remember your training.
Louis-Joseph Gauthier, Chevalier de la Vérendrye, born in 1717. Louis-Joseph Gauthier, Chevalier de la Vérendrye, was born to a family of explorers on Île aux Vaches in New France. In 1735, he went on his first expedition with his father to Fort St. Charles on Lake of the Woods. A year later, he re-established Fort Marpo. He was awarded with the title of Chevalier, or Knight, from his father, who passed over Louis Joseph's older brother to do so. He spent the next 4 years exploring North Dakota and Manitoba. In 1744, de La Vérendrye became a frontier post commander for the French government. It was around this time he met Achilles and Liam O'Brien and helped them complete an assassin mission. In 1746, Achilles asked de La Vérendrye to join him, an offer that was gladly accepted. De La Vérendrye lost his father in 1749, and further explorations westward were disrupted by politics. Later that same year, he met Shay Cormac for the first time and took an instant dislike to him. In 1752, de La Vérendrye returned to fur trading, but business did not go well for him. And I'm just gonna fiddle with the sound a little bit. Turn down the voice a little. See how that goes. Okay. Remain undetected and kill all the guards.
Ready to teach him a lesson?
They don't stand a chance.
Where are your mates now, you bilge rat? Talk before I bash out your brains! Come back, you weakly coward! We will find them
Keep an eye out,
and let them
lads!
bury
The pals
what's
are still
left
out
of
there
you.
somewhere!
There he goes again.
Come into this nice bush.
Thank you.
I remember I redid this like 4 or 5 times because I kept getting caught. This map.
Happy hunting, lads! Seek that fresh vessel!
Many thanks. I thought I'd be hanged.
Now we gotta deal with the guys on the ship. That's where the tough part comes.
Morgan.
No, get down.
Well, at least you marked them all if you can.
There we go.
Can you not whistle?
No, I can't apparently.
Yeah, no one noticed that.
Just go with it. There's that guy walking around. go for this guy from the back. Just in case he spots me right before I get there.
They found a body.
This one belongs to me, it's me.
Soldiers, to me!
Eek. Oh, what?
Guess they can see through wood.
That is... That is stupid.
Remember your training. Ready to teach him a lesson?
They don't stand a chance.
Where are your mates now, you bilge rat? Talk before I bash out your brains! We will find them and let them bury what's left of you.
Keep an eye out, lads! Their pals are still out there somewhere!
There he goes again.
They free the guy.
Get down, get down! Why are you not? Get down!
Thank you. Many thanks. I thought I'd be hanged.
Okay, let's try this again.
Happy hunting, lads! Set her ablaze! Dig that French treasure! No mercy for you! Ha ha! Yeah!
Shimmy on back and forth.
Watch out for that guy walking around.
Yeah. He's the tough one. Really only 3 left. No, nope, there's a guy right there. Dang it, he's not close enough!
They didn't spot you?
Nope, I'm still good.
No, but they spotted the dead body.
Just gotta wait for them to calm down and go back to their spot. They'll never think to look in the back. Meanwhile, my feet are freezing.
Did you get rid of the walker?
Yeah, that was the guy I took down.
I was saving those fellas for you.
Very thoughtful. Maybe you were not completely useless, Shay.
Speaking of useless, those blockheads won't be needing this vessel anymore.
This pile of mail? You want her, Shay? She is yours. Now bring me back to my ship.
You heard, Chevalier? This vessel is yours, Shay. Go on.
And we got shanties. Ships may come and ships may go as long as the sea does roll. But a sailor lad, just like his dad, he loves the following bowl. A woman on shore he does adore, a girl who's plump and round. And your money's gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Come along, you jolly brave boys, there's plenty of grog in the jar. We'll plow the briny ocean line with the jolly roving tar. When Jack's ashore, he'll make his way to some old boarding house. He's welcomed in with rum and gin, likewise with pork scouse. He'll spend and never offend till he lies drunk on the ground. When the money's gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Then Jack will slip aboard some ship bound for India or Japan. Then in Asia there the ladies fair, they all love Sailor Man. He'll go ashore and he'll not scorn to buy some girl a gown. When his money's gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. When Jack is old and whether be too old to cruise about, they'll let him stop in some rum shop till 8 bells calls him out. Then he'll raise his hands high and loud he'll cry, thank Christ I'm homeward bound. But his money's gone, it's the same old song. Get up, Jack John, sit down. Safe and sound at home again, let the waters roar. Let the waters roar, Jack. Safe and sound at home again, let the waters roar, Jack. Long we've tossed on the rolling main, now we're safe ashore, Jack. Don't forget your old shipmates, Raldy-Raldy-Raldy-Raldy-Riodo. Since we sailed from Plymouth Sound, 4 years gone or nigh, Jack, was there ever chummies now, such as you and I, Jack? We have worked this self-same gun, quarter-deck division, Sponger I and louder you through the whole commission. When the middle watch was on and the time went slow, boy, who could choose a rousing stave, who like Jack or Joe, boy? There she swings an empty hulk, not a soul below now. Number 7 starboard mess, Mrs. Jack and Joe now. But the best of friends must part, fair or foul the weather. And your flipper for a shake, now a drink together. As I walked down the Broadway one evening in July, I met a maid who asked me trade, and a sailor John, says I. And away you Santy, my dear Annie, oh you New York girls, can't you... I don't remember how this goes exactly. To Tiffany's I took her, I did not mind expense. I brought her 2 gold earrings, and they cost me 15 cents. Says she, you lime juice sailor, now see me home you may. But when we reached her cottage door, she this to me did say. My flashman, he's a Yankee with his hair cut short behind. He wears a pair of long sea boots and he's a bosom in the black ball line. He's homeward bound this evening and with me he will stay. So get a move on, sailor boy, get cracking on your way. So I kissed her hand and proper afore her flashman came, and fare ye well, me bowery girl, I know your little game. I wrapped me glad rags around me, and to the docks did steer. I'll never court another maid, I'll stick to rum and beer. There's a cold and dreary morning in December, and all me money, it was spent. And where it went to, I can't remember. So down to the shipping office I went. Petty lay back, take in your slack. Take a turn around your capstan, heave a paw. About ship station, boys be handy. Bound for Valparaiso, round the Horn. Well, it seems there was a great demand for sailors, for the colonies, and for Frisco, and for France. Well, I shipped aboard the limey bark, the Hotspur, and got legless, drunk on my advance. Well, I joined her on a cold December morning, a flapping of me flippers to keep me warm, with the south cone hoisted as a warning, to stand by the coming of a storm. Well, I woke up in the morning stiff and sore, boys. I knew that I was outward bound again, and a voice come a-bawling at the door. Lay aft, men, and answer to your name, It was on the quarter deck when I first seen them. Such an ugly bunch I never seen before. There was a bum and stiff from every quarter, and it made my poor old heart feel sick and sore. It's a damn tough life full of toil and strife we whalemen undergo, and we don't give a damn when the gale has stopped how hard the winds did blow. We're homeward bound, 'tis a grand old sound with a good ship taunt and free, and we don't give a damn when we drink our rum with the girls of old Maui. Rolling down to Maui, me boys, rolling down to old Maui. We are homeward bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. Once more we sail with a northerly gale through the ice and wind and rain, and coconut fronds, then them tropical lands we soon shall see again. 6 hellish months we passed away on the cold Kamchatka Sea, and now we're bound from the Arctic ground, rolling down to old Maui. And now we sail with a favoring gale toward our island home. Our mainmast sprung, our whaling done, and we ain't gone far to roam. Our Stunzel's bones is carried away, what care we for that sound? A living gale is after us, thank God we're homeward bound. As we were a-fishing off Happisburg Light, shooting and hauling and trawling all night, in the windy old weather, stormy old weather, when the wind blows, we all pull together. And up jumped a herring, the queen of the sea, says, "Now you old skipper, you cannot catch me in the windy old weather, stormy old weather, when the wind blows, we all pull together." We sighed our thrasher, slashing his tail, "Time now, old skipper, to hoist up your sail in the windy old weather, stormy old weather, when the wind blows, we all pull together." And up jumps a slip sole, as strong as a horse, says, "Now, old skipper, you're miles off your course in the windy old weather, stormy old weather, when the wind blows, we all pull together." Then along comes a place who's got spots on his side, says, "Not much longer these seas you can ride in the windy old weather, stormy old weather, when the wind blows, we all pull together." Then up rears a conger as long as a mile, "Wind's coming easterly," he says with a smile, "in the windy old weather, stormy old weather, when the wind blows, we all pull together." I think what these fishes are saying is right. We'll haul up our gear now and steer up for the light in the windy old weather, stormy old weather, when the wind blows, we all pull together.
Some of the men you rescued agreed to join us.
I'm not so certain about their captain, but next to me you are the most experienced sailor in the Brotherhood, Shay. Besides, we could use another vessel, even this pitiful one.
Mine, ain't she? My own ship.
Your own pile of garbage, yes?
Ah, with a lick of paint and a few new cannons, she'll look as fine as anything on the Seven Seas.
Shall we begin, Captain?
Indeed, mate.
Oh, Connor.
She's a mess, but she's still afloat. And her name's the Morgan.
Morgan? That silly fairy queen who ruined Maryland, the wise? Oh, she's perfect for you, Shay.
The Morgan was an old goddess, the Queen of War and Darkness. She harvested the souls of fallen warriors. Perfect indeed.
Loose all! Let's move!
Who's down? Man your seats!
Off we go.
Blues up!
Firing cannons. Hold L1. Use R to aim. Press R1 to shoot.
Reef them in! For sail! All sail!
Look at this. Icebergs. Sometimes they have treasure in them. You can also use the waves they create to damage smaller ships. Got a fragment. Yeah, but we're full up on crew.
A ship! Says no false shin! They will sink her!
Let's put the Morgan to the test, Captain Shay.
Ready for battle, men!
Aye, aye.
Waiting order!
Stop them, boy!
Ready here!
It's just a model of a gunboat. And a model of a brig. That was nice. Sink a ship by ramming it.
Tearing her to pieces! Do something!
Working on it.
Strip the yards off the wind! Fire!
My ship!
They landed a hit!
Fire!
Seems this vessel is battle ready after all. I will return to what is left of their guest. It's a long way home. We have repairs to do.
Sing hearty, lads. Chevalier. Pleased with us.
Now you're ready to sail for the Horn. We're roll and go. Our boots and our clothes, boys are all in the port. We're rollicking randy dandy.
What course would you have me set, Shay?
Time to report back to the mentor. Wouldn't you agree?
Wise words, Captain. Wise words.
What the hell did you do? It's some kind of dormant virus? Shit. Hang on, I'm getting you out of there.
What's going on? I didn't do it.
Sorry for the rough exit. Earpiece working, check.
Aye.
You were just in an animus.
Uh-huh.
Animus, yes?
Yes.
You were using it to access a genetic memory file in Helix labeled Shay Cormac?
Uh-huh.
You work for Abstergo Entertainment, remember?
Yep.
Any of this ringing a bell?
Apple.
Your session triggered something bad, and it's affecting the whole building. We need to find your boss. You haven't forgotten your boss, have you? Melanie LeMay, zipper, chipper, overachiever? Here, take your communicator, check it if you got lost. Now let's get out of here. Follow me. Double time. This chaos is absolutely your fault, in case you're wondering.
What did I do? And where'd all my trophies go? Rising Phoenix. Hey, Edward.
Come on, everyone. Just like we practiced in our safety drills. Everything is gonna be okay, guys. Stay positive. What the hell is happening?
A file labeled Shay Cormac was booby-trapped with some kind of virus.
Your job is to prevent things like this.
We need to contain these genetic memories, then we can destroy them.
No. Isolate them. I want to study these memories.
But...
With respect, Miss LeMay, this is not a request.
You heard the man.
fine.
I need to borrow your numbskull. That okay with you, Ms. LeMay?
Hey there, this might seem a bit weird, but you're gonna work for contractors we hired to, you know, upgrade our security. Mr. Ottoberg and Ms. Violet DaCosta.
Call me Violet.
I have to go check on our people and prepare a statement for the press. Do whatever they tell you to do, okay? Go team!
Technically, you're not responsible for this, but you're the one who let the virus out, so I think it's only fair you help me clean it up. Mr. Berg wants us to relive Shay's genetic memories. To do that, we need to access them from Helix. But the Helix is down. We'll have to reboot the main servers in the basement. Man, whoever designed this virus is a genius. Not only does it restrict our access to the cloud, it's adapted to fuck up the other operating systems that regulate building functions. Melanie, the elevators are out of commission. Are we stuck on this floor?
Damn, yes. I'll get a repair crew on site ASAP.
There's a working area server on this floor. I guess it'll have to do for now.
Agent DaCosta, I want regular updates on your progress with Shay's genetic memories.
Why? He's just a nobody as far as I can tell.
If Shay Cormac is who I suspect he is, then this temporary setback may provide us with an unexpected reward. Proceed to the server room on this floor.
What if there's a fire? How are we supposed to get out? Don't we have stairs?
They don't have any stairs.
I see a design flaw in this building.
Abstergo doesn't care about his employees. Ever.
Also, am I going to be getting overtime for this since I'm the only one left in the building?
Over there?
Security.
Goon, you're supposed to be out of here.
Am I going to get overtime for this? I better.
Abstergo.
Come on, numbskull.
I'm working on it.
Kind of went the long way around.
Do you see a flashing wireless signal?
Yes.
That means you can still access systems. Go ahead and patch me into their feed.
See, Abstergo's updated the logo a bit.
Once you restore the server, I'll connect your Animus workstation back to Helix. In theory, if you align the beams to segments of the core, it should solve the problem. But here's where it gets tricky. You have to move the circles in such a way that each segment is powered by a beam. The keyword here is each. One beam and one beam only per core segment, okay? Once everything is lit up properly, the system will reboot. Got it? Give it a shot.
Okay.
Good job. This core wasn't too complex, but rebooting the advanced hardware in the rest of the building will require more work.
The assassins would have you believe that Al-Mualim was a great mentor who became corrupted with greed, and that he schemed with the Templars to acquire an apple of Eden. I see instead a shrewd and cunning leader, a man who used his best assassin, Altair ibn Lahad, to eliminate his conspirators in order to keep the apple for himself, so that he could use it to enforce world peace. While it must be stated unequivocally that Al-Mualim was not a Templar, it is interesting to me that his vision of peace was more in line with Templar philosophy than assassin. In the past, both sides had the same goal, that of peace. Our only difference was how we chose to achieve it. Had Al-Mualim not been killed by Altair and allowed to carry out his plan, perhaps we would not be fighting now. It was only after Altair reformed the Brotherhood with its new ideals of free will that the conflict truly escalated and spread across the planet. For if the so-called wise man of the mountain can see things from our point of view, surely the same can be said for other assassins.
Berg discovers that the old man on the mountain was wise indeed.
Berg.
Okay. So I'm not sure you're supposed to see that. Just, you should just get back to your Animus. With the servers back online, you could, in theory, restore your co-workers' workstations if you know, feel like being helpful. And you could, in theory, find some more digital goodies if you know, feel like being sneaky.
You like being sneaky.
Hey, one of your co-workers dropped his communicator by the elevator. If you see any tech lying around like that, grab them. There might be a clue as to who did this.
Now that you have unlocked Shay Cormac's memories, we stand on the brink of a grand discovery. I know you must have questions about your new assignment, or about me. For now, all I will say is that Shay's story contains the answers. Shay will lead you to a greater understanding.
There you go. What do we got this time?
Following the Great Purge of 2000, William Miles became the de facto leader of the Assassins. A cunning and ruthless strategist, he trained several agents who infiltrated Abstergo, including Clay Kazmarek and Lucy Stillman. In late 2012, I captured William Miles in Cairo and delivered him to Warren Vidic in Rome. Miles' son, Desmond, attacked Abstergo, killed Vidic and Master Templar Daniel Cross. He fled to a First Civilization temple in New York. On December 21st, Desmond Miles was killed inside the precursor structure. The grieving William Miles went underground and left the Brotherhood in the hands of Gavin Banks. Banks led a small team across the globe, attempting to rebuild assassin cells. We have confirmed sightings in Kyoto, Moscow, and Paris. Miles resurfaced in late 2013, and we have confirmed his involvement in the infiltration of Abstergo Entertainment Montreal by the assassins Sean Hastings and Rebecca Crane. Both Miles and Banks remain at large. Agent Acosta has tasked the Akashic satellite Plexus to sweep the planet for traces of assassin activities. We have yet to locate them.
Sean never did give me coffee. To Jean-Francois Brunet from Melanie LeMay, August 17th, 2014, Laureano Torres. I don't know how to say this politely, so please don't think this is anything personal or a reflection of you or your work. You're a star. But I think doing an entire virtual feature on Laureano Torres is the single most boring pitch that's ever come across my desk. Sorry. Very passive-aggressive there.
Nice find. If it was me, I'd snoop to see if there's any juicy stuff on it. But I might be a terrible person.
Let's see, anything else around here?
What is a goon?
Yoink. To Robert Fraser, Aiden Sinclair and Victoria Bebo, from Melanie LeMay, June 18th, 2014, Arno Dorian. Hi Robert, you come highly recommended and I'm thrilled to have you in our studio. I'm putting you to work on a special project for me. Your subject is Arnaud Dorian. His story takes place during the French Revolution. I want you to explore every avenue of his life that you can. The goal is to have a new blockbuster to present to the Abstergo brass next year. As such, this is super classified. Your direct supervisor will be Aiden St. Clair. You can only discuss the project with Aiden or myself. As you'll probably be logging some overtime in your Animus, I've added a mandatory weekly meeting with our psychiatrist, Dr. Bibot, to make sure you're not suffering from any bleeding effect. Welcome to Abstergo Entertainment. Don't let me down. Here we go.
Funny interesting that the receptionist does because he's for the heck.
Haytham Kenway remains a controversial figure for me. I have great respect for him. After all, he was the Grand Master of the Colonial Rite, charged with finding a precursor site. Haytham was cunning and ruthless, but he had a streak of emotional weakness that ultimately triggered his downfall. He lost his father when he was a child, and the British Grand Master Reginald Birch raised him to become a Templar Knight. Haytham eventually learned that his father, Edward, had been an assassin. That he chose to stay a Templar, rather than follow in his father's footsteps, indicates to me that he believed he was already on the right path. When Haytham discovered that Birch was the one who murdered his father, he and his sister killed him in revenge. I believe this was the beginning of his downfall. Templars kill for efficiency, not petty emotions. When he discovered that his son Connor was an assassin working against him in the colonies, the same emotional weakness stayed his blade. A pity Connor did not show him the same mercy.
Berg ruminates on Haytham's place in Templar history. Just looking for more tablets.
Try to hack it. No, you had it in a good spot. Just go back to the way it was. Yeah, like that. Then rotate that, and then rotate the middle one. Yeah, that one down. Now, set the other one where it was.
You get this really quick.
Hey, boss. Calling from Germany?
Yes, I am in Essen, searching for an artifact called the Ankh of Isis. Can you tell me anything about it?
Give me a minute to fire up my machines here. Okay. Not much. There's an obscure file from the data dump scanner that mentions it. It was allegedly 14th century Germany, where an assassin named Lucas Zergberg fought a Templar offshoot called the Brothers of the Cross. How original.
That's the file that led me to this bland shit pile. Is there anything else? Anything outside of Abstergo official records?
Nobody's ever seen the thing. There's all kinds of stories about its history, from Roman Gallia, Egypt during the Middle Ages, and even a cell of modern-day assassins. Oh, and it apparently raises the dead.
Is there any evidence to support this?
None at all. You know what I think? I think this is bullshit the assassins are spreading around so that people like us waste our valuable time sniffing after it. Smells like a trap.
Agreed. Keep an eye out for new information about the Ankh.
While it may not lead to an artifact, we may be able to follow the data back to some assassins.
You got it, boss. Where are you off to next?
Cuba. I'm going to excavate the observatory.
May 2014. Essenberg investigates a piece of Eden that may not exist. What do you got? To M.O. Boudreau from Melanie LeMay, July 16th, 2014, Ezio Auditore. Hi, M.O. I agree that Ezio's shady character makes him unsuitable for a leading role, so maybe we can take him out altogether and create a virtual tourism feature. Something like, travel to the Italian Renaissance for a taste of fine wine, free thought, and filthy hearts as Abstergo Entertainment shows you the true meaning of enlightenment. Attend wild parties, witness spectacles unseen for 500 years, and rub elbows with the most famous nerd the world had ever known, Leonardo da Vinci. I'm also considering a series focusing on some notable serial killers of history. Ezio certainly qualifies. Anyway, have a think and let me know what you come up with.
Nothing to see here.
Okay.
What you doing, buddy?
Gotta go to the bathroom or something? Aw, I can't go into Melanie's office. I think that might be it for now.
Uber classified stuff.
Nope, here's one.
It's got an open pizza on his desk.
Yeah, these guys like pizza.
Why?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you got 2 splitters. Okay, so the innermost ring has to go on one of the poles. Yeah, like that. Now we gotta shift the 2 outermost ones. Yeah, and then, yeah.
There we go.
Because this is definitely how you fix computers.
Okay. The numbskull is in another Animus session, and I've required caffeine. All is right with the world.
Good.
This isn't really your kind of mission, is it, boss?
Every mission is important in its own way.
Still, I bet you'd rather be out with the rest of the team, hunting Sean Hastings or something.
Wouldn't you?
Hell yeah. I want a front row seat for that show.
Any word from Sorkin?
He's scheduled to update me in 43 minutes.
Good.
Can I ask you something?
Of course.
What's it like, using an Animus?
I went through the Animi training program. It felt like the drills we used to do in the UT Jaeger.
You never use a normal Animus like this one? To relive your own genetic history?
Only once.
Really? Who were you?
I was a young man. On the Viking raid on Lindsey Farn.
793, northeastern coast of England. Sorry, history nerd. So, how was it?
It was summer. Good sailing weather. The monastery was a center for religious studies, and we crashed into the city like a tidal wave.
And?
We pillaged and burned. They thought we were demons. The details of the memory were so vivid. I lost myself in the bloodlust. I defeated a Saxon, a great warrior, but did not want to kill him. I invited him to join our clan.
Ah, Norse adoption rituals. The chance to sail the world with the Vikings.
Yes. A chance to see the world as it really is.
What happened then?
He wept. Then he cried out that God had abandoned his people and that nothing remained but chaos. I felt such pity for him. I killed him without a second thought.
After we're done here, are we gonna have to kill the numbskull?
We will see.
Hey! November 2014, Montreal. Otto Berg shares a story of his past with Violet. I think that's it. Okay, back to my animus.
What is it? Huh?
Good thing my communicator has an arrow.
Ooh! Statues. Crossbows. Far Cry.
Far Cry. Mundus.
And then Assassin's Creed book.
Yep.
Several, actually.
Aww. Who left Edward on the ground?
Copy paper.
Guess we do a lot of printing.
Lots of books with the Abstergo logos.
That, I believe, is the tavern in Havana. I got 2 pictures of that for some reason. Back we go.
Trouble speed.
It has been a long time.
Achilles.
Adewale, how go things in the West Indies?
Very poorly, I'm afraid.
Your countenance tells me we should discuss this. Come.
Who's our visitor?
That's Adewale. He was a slave who freed himself, and hundreds of his brothers in the West Indies. That man's a living incarnation of the Creed.
See?
You join me for some practice?
Soon. I've got other business first.
Tell me what happened, old friend.
It was terrible, Achilles. The ground shook, and the ocean waves crashed over Port-au-Prince.
How many were lost?
Thousands. No family was left untouched.
I hate to bring up practical matters at a time like this. But did Macandal's man complete his task before the earthquake hit?
I cannot know. Vonredi has not been found. He was a strong Maroon, one of Macandal's best students.
Such a shame. So we cannot know if he found the site.
Indeed. But if there was a temple under the waves, I doubt it is still standing.
And the artifacts that showed the way?
Stolen. The Templars broke in during the chaos. They seized the manuscript and precursor box. That gave chase on the sea, but lost their trail when they reached New York.
We must consider what to do next.
Welcome back to the Davenport homestead. Wonder if it's the exact same layout.
I heard that Liam's waiting for you. Seen him yet?
Hey, can you go inside the Davenport homestead?
Yeah, I can go inside.
Up the stairs? Down the stairs? Into the Templar or the Assassin hovel?
It might be Kasegawase. There's the family portrait. Nice dining room. Here's the kitchen. Here's the study, or the master bed. I don't know.
Hey, you can go to the basement.
No, we cannot.
Ha!
Dang it.
It's child-proof.
They knew people would want to try and do that, so they locked it off. Whoa.
The Templars control France and Spain. There's a giant Templar head in England.
Apple of Eden.
And there's one in America. So there are Templars everywhere.
Is that Cuba?
Nah, that's Saint Dominique.
Oh.
It's Haiti.
Colonies. This is a nice little area. Okay, I think I'm gonna go meet up with the people, and then that'll be the last mission for now. Let's go do some training.
Was looking for you.
I know, I'm going.
You are late.
Oh, what did I miss?
Only the first hour of training.
We're always training, Kisagawase.
And will continue to do so.
Do not waste your words. Shay abhors improvement as much as cats abhor leashes.
Hey.
A pity. The boy has so much potential. But so little discipline.
All right. All right. What would you have me do?
Well played.
If I missed the first hour of training, then why was I chopping wood? Liam,
Good point.
You should have told me I was late.
So, what's the challenge today?
Shooting straight and true. Here, you can use these.
These are yours.
Well, I want you to have half a chance of succeeding. Go on.
These are yours.
Shoot these targets. You can take your time. I'm not doing much more work after this. Reload. Anyone can hit targets standing still. Let's see how you do on the run.
Complete under 40 seconds.
Come on, hurry up.
Stop loading.
Time's running out. Well done, Shay. Keep it up. You're doing all right, Shay. But don't let the others vex you. They mean well, though they'll never show it.
You get guns now?
Did I do it or what? Did I do it in 40 seconds?
It was close. Did they give you a minute to do it?
While ancient Norse settlements had been found in Newfoundland and other parts of North America, it was not until Christopher Colombo, famous voyage in 1492, that there was any significant contact across the Atlantic Ocean. The European powers raced to colonize the Americas. Abstergo insists on spelling Christopher Columbus like that. It has something to do with Subject 17, but beyond that, I don't know. It's maddening. The North Atlantic, with its colder climate, made this process difficult. The cold winters, as well as the residents of indigenous peoples, resulted in the failure of many early European settlements. By the 18th century, however, colonies were well established and trading routes across the ocean were common. Even so, the most northerly regions were still relatively unexplored, with ice blocking the way of even the most adventurous explorers. Okay, I'm just gonna reload the memory because I don't trust myself.
Come on, hurry up. You're almost there.
There we go.
Well done, Shay. Keep it up. You're doing all right, Shay. But don't let the others vex you. They mean well, but they'll never show it.
It's about time you showed up.
Far be it from me to keep a lady waiting.
I'm no lady here. Don't you forget it. I'm your teacher. And you're better.
Well, some of that is true at least. What would we be doing?
Exploring a myriad ways to end a life. You two! Make yourselves useful and watch Shay.
Kill from above, kill from a bush.
Can you kill without being noticed?
Looks like a good kill from above.
Nicely done. I am surprised. Attack from around a corner and your target will never
Cal,
know
dang
what
it! It sucks, because once they notice you, you automatically jump out of the bush, because it's like, nope, I can't hide there now.
It's about time you showed up.
Far be it from me to keep a lady waiting.
I'm no lady here. Don't you forget it. I'm your teacher. And you're better.
Well, some of that is true at least. What would we be doing?
Exploring a myriad ways to end a life. You two! Make yourselves useful and watch Shay. Can you kill without being noticed? You certainly know how to handle yourself. Huh, a classic haystack. Hide in it, and surprise your target when he gets close.
I know how to do it. I'm just waiting for them to not notice me.
Top form.
That guy's bad bush.
I know.
Stay low and stick to the brush. Be patient and you might hit your target.
Uh-huh.
You're bad bush. Sprint to bad bush. Notice how he's walking.
Attack from around a corner and your target will never know what hit him.
I'll just do a sprint.
That one.
Yep, I'm going for that one.
Good for that guy to get on the other side.
Or I could probably go for that one.
Being spotted.
Attack from around a corner, and your target will never know what hit him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, just get deep in here.
And then run.
Top form, Shay. You did
Ta-da.
better than I expected.
You did better.
Have your skills actually grown, Shay? Do not get a swelled head over it.
Segawase.
Time to go see Segawase.
Shay, follow me. It's time you learn to survive in the frontier.
I think I've been managing well enough so far.
Perhaps. But there is more I can teach you.
I always kind of wonder if this is the same layout for like the trees and stuff as AC3. Of course, it's been a while since I played, so I can't tell for sure.
Cut up with the old man. You have an endless
Kasegawase, born in 1730. Kasegawase was born in Wolastoqiyik territory in what is now New Brunswick. Until his teens, he lived in a walled village surrounded by farmed fields, where he practiced hunting, fishing, and various survival skills. As European hostilities grew, Kasegawase joined other men from his village as mercenaries helping the French army. In 1746, he met Achilles and Liam O'Brien, who were working with the French army on behalf of the assassins. They were impressed with his prowess and determination and invited him to join the Brotherhood. In 1749, he met Shay Cormac and became one of his instructors.
It is time for the hunt.
Time to go hunting.
Use all your senses together to find prey.
You mean eagle vision?
Killing should not be meaningless. We must use what nature gives us.
Time to skin.
Good. Now to use what you have taken from nature.
Crafting.
It takes one elk to make a pistol holster.
We need hair, Arctic hair and Canadian lynx.
You need everything.
Lots of stuff.
With these, you can keep your pistols close. Achilles has one more thing to show you.
Achilles.
Okay.
Achilles. That is a dummy. Want to kill a dummy?
Off to see the mentor.
I fixed your ship for you, Shay.
Yeah.
Huh?
Here's the ship. Look at that.
Shay, I hear you've become quite the marksman.
Generous gift. Thank you, Mentor.
My ship awaits, Achilles. The people of Haiti will make good use of your supplies. I trust you will retrieve what has been lost.
Lost?
The Templars stole 2 precious artifacts. A manuscript of ancient wisdom and a box that allows one to understand its language.
I have tracked the Templar as far as this coast, but I fear the rest is up to you, my friend.
Farewell, Adewale. Whoever controls the artifacts can access precursor sites of power. We must recover them, or none are safe.
Okay, we now have pistols.
I got a gun. You have an animus database.
Hope Jensen, born in 1732. Hope was born in New York City to a modest family, but was placed in an orphanage after her parents died. She was adopted by a German couple who hoped to build a new life for themselves in the colonies. They symbolized this desire in the name of their adopted daughter, Hope. Barf City. Years of hard work finally paid off for Hope's father, who saw his business endeavors turn great profits, and her family rubbed elbows with New York's elite. But despite their wealth and best efforts to fit in, they are never truly accepted in New York's finer circles. Hope received a good education from private tutors and gradually realized the world was unfair. In 1742, Hope's adopted father disappeared under mysterious circumstances, never to be seen again. Later that same year, her father's former business partners took control of the family business, leaving her adopted mother with nothing. Hope and her mother were destitute, forced to live on the streets. Hope's mother died after a long and painful disease, despite Hope's best efforts at stealing food and medicine. Hope vowed never to depend on anyone ever again. Fun fact, life's not fair, but I gotta admit, I admire this girl's hustle. In 1746, Hope met Achilles, who was impressed by her survival instincts, pickpocketing skills, and strength of will. She was inducted into the Brotherhood a year later. Achilles ordered her to set up a network in New York City, and before long, Hope controlled most of New York's organized crime. Adewale, born in 1692. Born to enslaved parents in Trinidad, Adewale was sold to the owner of a prosperous plantation before his teens. He escaped by joining a group of buccaneers who raided the plantation. Ade sailed with this group of men for many years, honing his skills as a sailor. In 1715, he was captured by Spanish authorities who decided to send Adewale to Spain and loaded him onto one of the galleons that made up the perennial treasure fleet. Thanks to a hurricane as well as a young Welsh pirate named Edward Kenway, Ade escaped. Freeing more prisoners along the way, Ade and Edward commandeered a brigantine and set sail just in time to beat the worst of the storm. When the hurricane passed, Ade was free once more. Ade became the quartermaster aboard Captain Kenway's ship, the Jackdaw. Operating out of Nassau for a time, they grew wealthy off their spoils and lived the lives they had always dreamed of. But Ade was a man who valued the democratic ideals of this pirate community far above the spoils they acquired while living it. And as he saw Edward Kenway fall deeper into a spiral of selfish greed and pointless glory, he wondered if there wasn't a more noble cause he might adopt to suit his ideals. In 1716, Ade first encountered the assassins in Tulum. He returned in 1719, where he spoke with their mentor, Atabai, and asked him many questions about their brotherhood. After hearing answers that pleased him greatly, Ade joined them. For the next 15 years, Adewale faithfully served the assassins, but in time he became increasingly troubled by memories of his past. In 1735, Ade's ship was caught in a storm, and he washed ashore near Port-au-Prince. There he met Bastien Joseph and Augustin Dufour, whose passion drew him to the Maroon cause. In the following years, he used his skills to help rebuild the Maroon resistance in Port-au-Prince. He fled Saint-Dominique in 1737 after killing the governor, Pierre, Marquis de Fayette, and returned to the assassins. Achilles, born circa 1710, died 1781. Achilles was born of Caribbean and British descent in the West Indies. In the mid-1730s, he was the last assassin to be recruited into the Brotherhood by its legendary mentor Atabai. When his training was complete, Achilles was sent north to establish a Brotherhood in the American colonies. Achilles married a woman named Abigail, and they had a son, Connor. Achilles established a homestead where his Brotherhood could settle before expanding throughout the frontier. He recruited several promising colonials, including Liam O'Brien, Chevalier Louis-Joseph Gaultier de la Vérendrye, Kasegawase, Hope Jensen, and finally, Shay Cormac to the Brotherhood. Achilles strengthened the ties between the Brotherhood and the nations of the Iroquois Confederacy, particularly the Kanien'kehá:ka, the Mohawk.
Hey!
We just read that entry. Well, I think this would be a good place to stop for now. If you liked this video, let me know in the comments. If you really liked it, press that cute little like button. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'm Luke Dog, and I'll see you next time.